Greetings, YouTube. North Carolina has passed another anti-trans law aimed at targeting where people can use public restrooms. Like, which restroom can you use in public? Also, all schools and public buildings, of course, are also counted at this, but this covers everything. This law also says that you cannot pass any city ordinances that would grant the LGBTQ community protections. Unless the protection comes from the state level, you can't do that. I guess the whole idea of small government, it was just pissed on by the GOP in North Carolina, eh? Now, I've mentioned this in the past, that we already have laws on the books that protect people from being assaulted or sexually assaulted. They already exist. There are no exclusions to those rules. You don't walk into a specific kind of room and suddenly that you're allowed to assault or sexually assault someone. Whether that's in a home or at a gym or in a high school bathroom or in a public bathroom in a mall. It doesn't matter. Everywhere is governed by the laws that say assault and sexual assault is illegal. So the fear-mongering used in these laws, that a person with a penis will walk into a woman's room and assault others, is just that, fear-mongering. It's the same type of fear-mongering that was used during the 30s to outlaw marijuana and cocaine, when it was said that white women on marijuana would have sex with black men, or black men while on cocaine would rape white women. It's all about bigotry. And in this case, it's bigotry aimed at trans people. Even though, to the best of my knowledge, there have been no recorded cases of anyone with a penis identifying as a trans person assaulting anyone or sexually assaulting anyone in any bathroom, out in the wild or in high schools. It just hasn't happened. But this means that it doesn't just affect trans women. It also affects trans men. And this is something that apparently lawmakers never consider. Now, a trans man is someone that is often passing as a man, as the way they appear, their actual gender is immaterial, that because of what their birth certificate says, the gender assignment they were given at birth, has to go in and use a woman's room. They don't possess a penis, so they have to go into a woman's room. And this never seems to occur to lawmakers that make these laws. Now, I found something this morning. This is from Twitter, and it's from the feed of one Katie Levan. Levans, who I have no idea who Katie Levans is. Maybe she's somebody popular. I'm not positive. But this is the gist of the tweet. My friend Charlie has printed out cards to hand to women who are alarmed to see a man in the restroom. The card reads, "My name is Charlie. I am following the law that is passed on March 23rd. I'm a transgender man who would rather be using the men's room right now. This is likely uncomfortable for both of us. Please contact your legislature and tell them you oppose HB 2. Now, I personally think this is brilliant, because this is what the law says. Now, where the rubber meets the road, Charlie could likely continue to use the men's room because Charlie does not come off as feminine. But Charlie is following the law. And because of this, he's covered. Any woman that complains about him being in that bathroom has no legal leg to stand on. I'm in the bathroom I'm supposed to be in. Here's a card explaining why. And we need to make sure that these lawmakers understand the ramifications of and consequences of their laws. Of course, because we can't explain to their humanity why these laws are immoral. They apparently lack that dimension of humanity. The dimension of humanity says that everyone should be able to use a restroom. That access to a restroom is a human right. The ability to empty your body of waste That's a right. And we can't have whites only and blacks only bathrooms. We can't have biological here and non-biological there, even if that has a meaning. And remember, the terms biological and non-biological are problematic in and of themselves. Somebody tells you you're a man, they're a man. Don't argue with them. And if they cross some kind of a line in the nature of sexual or non-sexual assault, then you do something. But remember, when you walk into a woman's room, I've been a janitor, folks, okay? I've been in more than one woman's room. There are no vulva viewing stations. It's a bunch of sinks and a bunch of stalls. You see nothing. There is nothing to be voyeuristic about. And if someone's excited about being in a woman's room, well, that's a different issue. These laws are nothing but unenforceable attacks on trans people. It's messaging to the GOP socially conservative base that we know you're a bigot. We've got your back. Because they lost on marital equality. So now they're backing up, they're backpedaling. So what's the next line that we can create in the sand that we can say we're not going to allow crossed? Well, and apparently it's the use of restrooms by trans people. Because the GOP base just has to have something to be bigoted about. And unless they're being bigoted about something every single day, apparently their day isn't fulfilled. And now it's about this. If someone appears feminine, let them use the women's room. Someone appears masculine, let them use the men's room. If someone is androgynous, let them use any room they want to. It doesn't matter. All they're doing is going into a stall, using a bathroom, and leaving. Now, I gotta tell you, if I was standing at a urinal and someone that was feminine walked in, I could give a rat's ass. I'm not showing my junk off to anyone in the room, regardless of who's there. I'm just using a urinal. When I'm done, I'm going to wash my hands and I'm going to leave. I don't care who's in the room with me. We don't need these laws. We need to send messaging to socially conservative people that we must be tolerant, that we must have humanity for all of us. And how someone chooses to present themselves is immaterial to everyone except that person. If you don't like the way someone else looks, tough. The only thing you control are your own actions, not someone else's. If they cross a line and break a law when it comes to assault, then we have laws on the books. We're all set. But you can't enforce this law. These anti-trans laws can't be enforced unless you literally inspect the genitals of every person that walks in the bathroom. But again, that's not what these are about. These are not about being enforced. These are about appealing to a prejudicial, discriminatory, bigoted, socially conservative base. About appealing to the worst aspects of us as people. The most ugly aspect of us as people. And we need to fight back against that.